What's going on? Y'all already know who it is. It's the host of the fastest growing YouTube channel on the planet. This is Paul TV. What's up, everybody? Man, just getting out the shower. I had to settle down. Let me tell you about how my day went today. It was a very good day. You know what I'm saying? My son, his little legal stuff that's been going on, Hey, man, it turned out real good. I was happy. So after that, I said, you know what? Except my little wife is going off to work. I said, I don't really feel like sitting in the house. I said, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go check out the Terminator Dark Fate movie. And after watching the movie, I'm going to tell you right now, I was very, very disappointed. I was very disappointed. And I normally don't say this, but I can go out and say it now. I can understand why the internet was saying what they were saying about the movie. I can understand it. Because how they try to do things. See, we're living in Hollywood now where a lot of the leading male movies, they're trying to fit females into the role. I understand that we want females to have leading roles. I understand we want females to be on a bigger platform. But what you cannot do, I think that Hollywood needs to write material that fits them into an action role. Not take a leading man role where you done led people on a person, a male, being in this lead role for over 30 years, and then you try to erase that and fit a female into that timeline. No. And that's what Dark Fate did. And they made a big mistake. Spoiler alert, I'm not even gonna lie. They killed off John Connor. And I don't never do nothing like that. They should have never did that. You led us up to 30 years of John Connor being the leader of the resistance. You erase off everything. You say this is what takes place after the event of T2. And a Terminator comes and kills John Connor. I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe my motherfucking ass when I seen this shit. And I'm saying to myself, I don't know who greenlighted this shit, but they fumbled the ball with this one in Dark Fate. This right here has killed the franchise. It's no turning back. I don't know. Even if I'm sitting in the room, I would have told them, we got a fan base that we built John Connor for 30 years. The whole point of traveling back in time to stop the Terminators, the whole reason why the franchise was built up, because it was built off, okay, John Connor is the leader of the resistance, and the resistance wind up defeating the robots. So that's why we have to travel back to kill John Connor's mother so he would never be born. That was the whole point of Terminator. You killing him off for trying to fit something else in there was not going to work. And that's what they try to do. They fumbled the ball with this one. I can see, Terminator is this is the worst Terminator that they ever made. I'm not going to lie. The action sequences was okay, but I lost interest in the movie once John Connor died. Because I'm like, once they killed him off, I'm like, what is even the purpose of this movie? Now I can see if he fought the robots and he killed the robots and then he died in the end, then that would have fit perfectly. Okay, bam, there you have it. He died, but they could have did it like that. But killing him in the beginning, that was a big mistake. But this is this female agenda that they are trying to push, and certain things is not going to work. You have to just write material for that. You can't lead us up 30 years of John Connor being leader of the resistance, and then you erase the whole timeline and say, okay, these are the events that take place after T2, and then y'all kill him off. No. It would be the equivalent of trying to have a Die Hard and without Bruce Willis. It's not going to work. Everything has been John McClane for the whole 30 years and counting of that franchise. You can't say, okay, you kill off John McClane and then Christy Johnson is going to come into the role and she's going to be killing terrorists and jumping out of planes and jumping off buildings, throwing her body through glass, so to speak. That is not going to work. And people are going to be like, that's not that hard. You're going to lose the fans. You're going to lose the fans that you have built the franchise off because we're used to John McClane. You can't kill off John Connor and call that shit terminated. You cannot do that unless you ended the franchise. Unless you ended it. Now, say at the end, he would have died. After fighting the robots, we'd be like, you know what? Okay, I feel this. I feel this right here. But it's too much of that how they trying to push the female agenda on us in movies that are not based off females. We don't have no type of connection with these females, and they're throwing them into male-dominated roles. Just like Batwoman. Batwoman is a show that now I see they're leaning towards adding Bruce into the fray. They're not just trying to erase Bruce Wayne out the show completely. She writing a diary. I like that. And she telling Bruce, okay, what she's going through as becoming after everybody thought she was Batman, and now how she done went into Batwoman and how things are changing, how she's feeling certain things, and, you know, leaving that diary for him to understand how what she's going through as the character of being Batwoman, trying to get out of Batman's shadow. You know what I'm saying? I understood that. I think that was great. But at first, how they was trying to just, fuck it, we're going to write out Batman or whatever. No. And then I can see the show is kind of on its own footing. But you can't do what they did. You cannot do that. You cannot kill off John Connor. And you done built. We lived with this for 30 years. That was the whole point of Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to come back to kill him. Then in Terminator 2, okay, now I have to save him. Because the whole thing is based on John Connor. Without him, he is the resistance. He is what's going to help the humans defeat the robots. That's what all that's based on, and you've been basing it on that for over 30 years. And now all of a sudden, we're going to erase all of that. We're going to fit it in. The robot came and killed John Connor, and now the girl is the leader of the resistance. You can't do that. You can't do that. This movie, they fumbled the ball with this. I don't know who greenlighted this, but they need to be fired. I'm not even going to lie. I could even say the Child's Play reboot, and I slept on that because I'm like, man, they're going to make it Chucky not Supernatural. I was pissed about that because I feel as though he should have been fucking Supernatural. That's what make Child's Play. But, because you know Paul Chief, I hit you with the but I will give them credit. It was a very entertaining movie. I like how it was wrote. Just like the same way with Halloween. I understand. Halloween is perfect. Because guess what? Laurie Strode has always been a main character from day one of the Halloween franchise. She's always been like, in scary movies like that, a woman is always the one who fight off the evil. I understand that. Just like in Jason, a couple of the females fought off Jason. But the same way, like how they did Halloween 18. I loved how they did that. I was like, damn, these some comedy writers. Are they really gonna pull this off? And I like how they did the timeline. It's cool. The writing was good. And at least I would give it credit. The timeline equaled up. Because some of them other Halloweens were really, really fucked up. So this, and I'm gonna tell you, Halloween 2018 is at least in the top 5 of best Halloweens of all times. I will give it that. Like I say, it's based off a female role. It's based off Laurie Strode fighting against pure evil, fighting against the boogeyman. We understand it's fighting against Michael Myers. That's what that's based on, and they didn't go away from that. So that's why Halloween 2018, the reboot, that worked. That worked. But this Terminator Dark Fate, no, I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of people complained about Genesis, but I'm not gonna lie. Genesis was I could cope with that more than this Dark Fate shit. I don't know. At least John Connor was in it, and they understood that okay, maybe the robots got to him or something. I didn't, but at the same time, I could have coped with that more than this Dark Fate shit. You don't kill off John Connor. You don't do that. And then you think it's terminated when you done built this up for 30 years. Like I said, if he would have died at the end, they should have just showed him fighting the robots, dying at the end, killing the robots. There you have it. Because you built this up off this for 30 years. But when you kill him in the very beginning of the movie, no. And you done built this up 30 years. 30 years, ever since I was a child. Terminator. You can't say Terminator without fucking John Connor. You cannot do it. The minute you erase John Connor, you can't even call it Terminator. Because the whole premise was the robots, he is the leader of the resistance, and he is the key to us defeating the robots. To the humans defeating the robots. Dark Fate, yeah, I can officially say it. And I don't go off the internet, because I remember when the internet talked about Venom. And Venom the whole time, Venom was a great movie, hell of a movie. But nah, they fumbled the ball with this one. I'm not even gonna lie. Universal fumbled the ball with this one. They fumbled. Whoever greenlighted this shit, Tim Miller, I don't even think he wrote this shit. I think he just got a credit. And maybe a person over here added something, and a person over there. They fucked up with this one. I'm not even gonna lie. You cannot kill off John Connor and then say, oh, it's Terminator. No, you have gave us this leading role. This was based off John Connor for over 30 years. And common sense, if I'm sitting at the meeting with this one, I'm like, we're going to have to make it at least he fights the robots and then die at the end and defeat them. I never even looked for John Connor to even really survive. I never looked at that, but I did look at him defeating the robots. I did see that one. Him defeating them. But how this one went? Nah. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. They really fumbled the ball with this one. I'ma tell you. Like I said, it would be the equivalent of doing Die Hard, and like I said, you take away John McClane and you try to add Christy Stewart, and she hopping out of planes and busting guns. You're gonna be like, and fighting terrorists. You're gonna be like, this is not Die Hard. Where's John McClane at? That's just how Terminator Dark Fate was. You like, where y'all done killed off John? Like, that killed the whole interest in the movie, killing off John. Like I said, I understand. Hollywood just have to make more material and more stuff that's based off female leading stuff. That's what they have to do. You have to make the movie already starting out with the female actor lead. The female, you know what I'm saying? It's a female action movie. That's why Halloween will always work. Because it's always been a female-led story. It's always been that. Terminator is not a female-led story. It was always John Connor. That's all you heard. John Connor. Like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger always coming back to help John Connor. Because he is the key to the resistance. He is the key to the humans defeating the robots. But how they did Dark Fate, oh no. They killed the whole franchise. And now the only way they're going to have to scrap this movie, I don't even see how they're going to even be able to get another movie green lighted. Because once you killed off John Connor, unless they could do, now I ain't going to lie, but now remember, you remember, they did kill Laurie. They did kill Laurie Strode in H2O. They did kill her, so, and brought her back. But the only way this is they're gonna have to go to the studio and the fans, Because this shit beyond the studio. Because fans, I'ma tell you, I love my movies like Rambo. I just seen a new Rambo, Last Blood. That was even written good. I like that Rambo. I can't even lie. They wrote that good, and how they sent them off into the sunset, Rambo was even good. I give them credit for Rambo. I even give them credit for, but this right here, nah, my niggas, nah, Universal. Y'all fumbled the ball, and whoever greenlighted this need to be fired. Y'all basically killed the franchise. The only way this franchise can recover, they're going to have to scrap this timeline and really go back with a pen and a pad, and you're going to have to show John Connor finally fighting the robots. But you got to end it. You got to end it up after this. I'm going to tell you, I don't even see how you can even have audiences even interested after killing John Connor. I don't even see how the audience, I don't even see how you even get them back unless he's coming back. Y'all gonna have to scrap this whole dog fake shit. And I ain't gonna even lie, I don't know who gonna green like this. I don't know who even gonna put up the money. Cause I can tell you, the fans' interest is gone, and it's sad how beautiful the Terminator, how it started out. But I think they went to the well too many times. Just like, I love how they did Lethal Weapon 4. You see how they did that? And they left it. They had more source material where they could have worked with it. But guess what? They left it alone. And I'm proud of how they, and we got the memories of the first 4 of them. That's good. But you can't have a Lethal Weapon with females in the leading roles and say, oh, this is Lethal Weapon. That, because it's not going to work. And they know that. They know it's going to work. Just like you can't touch Die Hard and try to make that, put a female leading role, a female as a leading role in that without John McClane. You can't touch that movie. You can't do it. You can't. And how they did this, you built us up. You built the fan base up off a 30-year period of us giving money for Genesis and all this shit only to do John Connor like that. Nah, y'all fumbled the ball with that one. And now I ain't gonna even lie, and you won't hear me say this. Internet, y'all was right. I ain't even afraid to say it. I had to talk about it. Internet, y'all was right. Yeah. I can see why this franchise is gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars. I think this movie right here, they ended this, because I don't see nobody putting up no more money for no more Terminators. And it's sad that it even had to end like this. And that's why I was proud of how they did Halloween. They said, oh, hell no, it can't be like this. That's how they're going to have to do Terminator. And I'm sad because how they done did this, I think they lost the audience with the death of John Connor. I can say it. They lost the audience with this one. They lost us for killing off John Connor. Like I said, I don't know who greenlighted them to do that, but I don't understand why they killed off John Connor. I don't see how they even thought this was gonna work. Killing that man off like that in the beginning of the movie. What they should have did is just based it off him down off fighting the robots, finally defeating the robots. That's what they should have did. The movie would have been way better. But I don't see how they come back from this one. The actresses, I give them credit. They acted. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't really the acting. It was the whole storyline. It wasn't acting. I'm not gonna say it wasn't acting. It was just the whole storyline. When I say the whole storyline, then Arnold living in the fucking wilderness, and then it was just a storyline. It was just the whole writing. I'm not gonna lie, and this whole fucking timeline and how they try to fit a female into a role that has been built up on a man for over 30 years. They should have stuck with the story. They tried to, they went to the well too many times, just switching it up and switching. But I ain't gonna lie, I could have set Genesis over this one. You know that's a lot. But I could at least accept the Genesis concept. But this dark fate concept, oh no. Oh No, 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 no. They killed the franchise. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even see how they can even reboot after this. The only way, like I said, the only way a person would even be interested, it would have to be some extraordinary writing. And it's gonna have to be that John Connor didn't die. You're gonna have to erase this Dark Fate timeline. I'm gonna tell you, you're definitely gonna have to erase it because it don't fit. It don't even make sense to say, oh, this is the events that happened at the T2. This don't even equal up to that. It don't even equal up to that. At least I would give Halloween 2018 credit. At least I would give it credit. It could kind of match up with Halloween 1. But this bullshit right here that they try to pull, nah, no, it does not. The timeline in Terminator Dark Fate does not match up with the events that took place in T2. No, it don't. Not at all. Once they killed off John Connor, that took away at least 90% of the interest in the movie. I'm not even gonna lie, because it throws you off from what you have been brought, what they built you up on for the last 30 years. That's what they do. That's what they do. I'm not gonna lie, I don't say too much about nothing, but they killed the franchise with this one. Like, and if anybody who loves Terminator, and you love it, they gonna have to do it like how they did Halloween 2018. And I don't know too many people that could have pulled off what they pulled off with Halloween 2018. I don't know too many people that could pull it off like that. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, for us, the people who grew up like myself, you got to think, see, I'm a throwback like an 8-track and a big black Cadillac. I'm 40 years old. I grew up on Terminator. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on it. And just for them to see what Dark Fate has pulled with it, it bothers me as a fan, as a person who's paid to see. I even went to go see the Terminator with Christian Bale in it. I could even accept that more over Dark Fate. I paid to see all of them. The only Terminator movie I never paid to go see was Terminator 2 and Terminator 3. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't pay to go see them movies. But after that, you know what I'm saying? I have seen every movie from that on up. And for them, this Dark Fate, it don't fit the timeline. It do not fit the timeline at all. Like, for them to say, oh, these are the events that took place after T2, hell no. Hell no. For real, if you really want to be technically honest, they could have ended the whole franchise with T2 for real. They could have ended it with that. To be technically honest, if they was going to do some bullshit like Dark Fate, they could have just ended it with T2. They could have ended it right there. And that would have been good. But now you're starting to see Hollywood is going back to the well. They need to come up with original content. That's first. Secondly, you have to write more roles with a female being the lead person in them roles. And not trying to take the male roles that's been built up over years and trying to add females to it. It would be the equivalent of trying to add guys to Charlie Angels. That's not going to work. People are going to be like, hold on, Charlie's Angels is based on women. It's the same way like the Ghostbusters reboot. The movie was entertaining, but they just try to base it too much on let's forget about the men and let's make it all female. And Ghostbusters was not brought up, was not made on an all-female kind of level. It wasn't nothing wrong with that because it was females in the original one. But you have to have some guys in there too. And then the guy that they did have in there, they made him like he just needed to walk down the yellow brick road and find the fucking brain. Like they just made him like super stupid. In the original Ghostbusters, didn't make the woman be originally stupid. And it was funny. You know? Yeah, but whoever greenlighted this, they really missed the mark with this one. And as a Terminator fan and somebody who's spent money on Terminator, I seen Termination Salvation, Genesis, all of them. And I'm going to tell you, this timeline does not fit the Terminator at all. It do not fit. Especially when you're going to try to say this what took place after the events of T2. I'm very disappointed as a fan. And they're going to have to, for me, they're going to have to do something. And I'm speaking for all the fans of Terminator. They're going to have to make a movie where John Connor finally fight the robots. And if he's going to die, he should die defeating the robots. And then leave it alone. I don't see, you can't even reboot this. It's no getting around it. Because you done built up a 30-year franchise off John Connor, and then you just kill him off. Like how they did. No, I'm sorry. It don't work. Like I said, it'll be the equivalent of trying to say, okay, we're doing away with John McClane in the Die Hard, and we're going to bring Christina Jones into the fray now. And she going to be the one fighting the terrorists and jumping out of planes and, blowing up stuff. No, it's not going to work. People going to be like, oh, no, that's not Die Hard. It'll be the equivalent of trying to do a Beverly Hills Cop without Eddie Murphy. You'll be like, you know what? We're going to put... It will no longer be Axel Foley. We'll put Tiffany Haddish. She going to be the main character in Beverly Hills Cop. She going to be the cop. People will be like, oh, hell no, Tiffany Haddish and Beverly Hills Cop? That shit don't even sound right. So Eddie Murphy ain't going to even be in Beverly Hills Cop? That shit ain't going to go from here to this phone. And you see right now, my phone is touching the fucking screen. That ain't going to go from here to this fucking screen. That ain't going to work. Beverly Hills Cop has been built up off Axel Foley. You couldn't add Tiffany Haddish to that shit. It wouldn't even work. It wouldn't even sell. They just got to come up with more original content for these females. That's what they have to do. You just can't take male-dominated movies and then try to add the females to it. That it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not. So, yeah, man, as a Terminator fan, as a person, I felt I lost interest in the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's sad how they did Terminator. And Terminator is a classic. Terminator is one of the greatest action movies. Matter of fact, not just one of the greatest stories told on film of all time. It's one of the greatest of all time. And for them to do this to a franchise of the caliber of Terminator was wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. Hollywood, y'all fucked up with this one. Y'all fucked up with this one. I'm going to be honest. Whoever greenlighted this need to be fired. I'm not afraid to say it. They really missed the mark with this one. That's all I can say. And as a Terminator fan, I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. Like I say, I'm all for females being leads and roles, and I want them to have more opportunities. But I don't think you could build a fan base off a male for over 30 years like Terminator has, and then you just do away with that male role and say, okay, it's going to be a female-led role. You can't do it. And you messed up the chemistry with the film. And I'm going to tell you, the only way another Terminator movie going to work, it's going to have to be the last. It's going to have to be John Connor fighting the robots. That's the only way it's going to work. So I'm not afraid to say it. Internet, y'all was right on this one. Y'all was right. I don't even like to even say that shit. Because I know the internet that went on a lot of movies and be wrong. But on Terminator Dark Fate, the sad thing about it, yeah, it is a dark fate for Terminator. Because I don't see it even being rebooted. And it's really, really sad. I think this one right here killed the franchise. And it's really sad how classic of a movie and the storytelling of Terminator, how they even did it like this. Real talk, y'all. Real talk. All right, y'all, that's my show. I love everybody. Take care. Check out my YouTube channel, P_Nice_Medium. And until next time, before I leave, salute to my soldiers. Thank you and your families for the sacrifice you guys have made to make my show's platform even possible. I'm about to go ahead and get to bed because y'all already know I'm going to hit y'all with Paul, CBAM in the morning. because I got to go to work. I love everybody. Take care. This is Paul CB Moss Media Show. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.